Stop wiping your cabinets with whatever spray is under your sink. You're not cleaning that grime. You're spreading it around and calling it done. I want you to do something right now. Walk over to your kitchen cabinets, the ones above your stove, and run your finger along the bottom edge where the door meets the frame. Go ahead, I'll wait. Feel that? That's not dust. That's years of cooking oil, steam, and grease that turned into a sticky film. And it's been building up so slowly you stopped noticing it. Your eyes adjusted, your nose adjusted, but your finger just told you the truth. I've been doing this job since I was 14 years old, sweeping floors for my grandfather's commercial cleaning route. My dad took over the business after him, and I took it over after my dad. 3 generations, and I'm telling you, the stuff people pay the most money for at the store is usually the stuff that works the least on wood. Today, I'm going to show you exactly what I use to strip that grime off cabinets and wood floors without scrubbing my arm off, and it costs about $2. Let's talk about what's actually happening on your cabinets and floors, because most people are fighting the wrong battle. Wood cabinets, especially anything near your stove, take a beating every single day. When you cook, the oil in the air doesn't just disappear, it floats, it cools, and it lands on the nearest surface, which is usually your cabinet doors. That oil is sticky by nature, so it grabs dust out of the air too. Now you've got a layer of grease with dust stuck inside it, and every day you add a little more on top. Within a few months, that thin film turns into something you can actually see and feel. Within a few years, it turns into a yellowish-brown coating that makes your cabinets look 20 years older than they are. Your floors have a different problem, but it ends the same way. Foot traffic drags in dirt, skin oils transfer off your bare feet, and any spray cleaner you've used probably left behind a residue. Most people don't rinse their floor cleaner. They mop with a cleaning solution, let it dry, and assume the floor is clean because it looks shiny. That shine you're seeing is often just a layer of dried cleaning chemicals sitting on top of the dirt that was already there. You didn't lift the grime, you sealed it in. Here's the part that gets me. I go into a lot of homes for consulting work, and I see the same mistake over and over. People reach for the strongest smelling cleaner they own, something with bleach or ammonia, and they go after wood with it. That's a problem for 2 reasons. First, those chemicals are too harsh for wood finish. They can strip the protective coating right off your cabinets, which means the wood underneath starts absorbing moisture and staining faster than before. Second, and this is the part nobody talks about, harsh chemicals don't actually dissolve grease very well. Grease is oil-based. Most household cleaners are water-based. Oil and water don't mix, so the cleaner just pushes the grease around the surface instead of breaking it down chemically. So you end up scrubbing harder, using more product, and still seeing streaks. Your arm gets tired, your cabinets look worse because now there are wipe marks in the grease, and you start thinking the cabinets are just old and there's nothing you can do. There is something you can do. You just need the right ingredient, and it's not in a brand name bottle. The ingredient I use is plain white vinegar, and I want to explain exactly why it works, because understanding the reason changes how you use it. Vinegar is an acid. Distilled white vinegar sits around 2.5 on the pH scale, while grease and grime tend to be alkaline or neutral and built from fats and oils. When an acid meets that kind of buildup, it breaks the molecular bonds holding the grease together. The grime doesn't get pushed around anymore. It gets chemically broken down so it lifts away from the surface instead of smearing across it. This is different from soap. Soap surrounds grease and lifts it using surfactants, which works, but it often needs agitation, meaning scrubbing, to actually separate the grease from the surface. Vinegar attacks the bond directly. That's why you can wipe instead of scrub. There's a second reason this matters, specifically for wood. Most wood cabinets and wood floors have a protective finish on top, usually polyurethane, lacquer, or some kind of sealed coating. That finish is what's actually touching your cleaning cloth, not the raw wood. Polyurethane finishes hold up fine against a mild acid like vinegar when it's properly diluted, but they get damaged by harsh alkaline cleaners and by anything with bleach. So vinegar is strong enough to cut through the grease sitting on top of your finish, but gentle enough that it won't eat through the finish itself, as long as you don't use it full strength and don't let it sit too long. I learned this the hard way, not from a book. Early in my career, I watched a guy try to clean an old oak bar top with a heavy-duty degreaser made for restaurant kitchens. It cut the grease fast, but it also dulled the finish within a week. The wood looked cleaner but felt rough, almost chalky. That stuck with me. You want something that removes the grime layer without removing the protection underneath it. Vinegar, diluted correctly, does exactly that. One more thing worth knowing, vinegar evaporates clean. It doesn't leave behind the waxy residue that a lot of store-bought sprays do, the kind that builds up over time and actually attracts more dust. So every time you clean with it, you're not adding a new layer of film on top of the old one. You're resetting the surface back to bare, clean wood finish. That's the whole reason this works. It's not a trick. It's basic chemistry that happens to line up perfectly with what wood needs. Here's exactly how I do this, step by step, the same way I'd walk a new employee through it. What you need: half a cup of distilled white vinegar, 1 cup of warm water, a spray bottle, 2 microfiber cloths, and if you want extra shine on the cabinets, a few drops of olive oil or a wood-safe oil at the very end. That's it. No specialty cleaner, no fancy tools. Mixing the solution. Combine the vinegar and warm water in your spray bottle. This gives you roughly a 1:2 ratio, which is strong enough to cut grease, but diluted enough to be safe on a sealed wood finish. Don't use straight vinegar on cabinets. Full-strength vinegar applied directly and repeatedly can wear down a finish over months of use, so dilution matters. Shake it gently before each use. Cleaning the cabinets. Start with 1 cabinet door at a time, not the whole kitchen at once. Spray the solution directly onto your microfiber cloth, not onto the cabinet itself. This matters more than people think. If you spray directly onto the wood, especially around the edges where panels meet the frame, the liquid can seep into seams and joints, and over time that moisture causes warping or lifting of the wood. Spraying the cloth keeps you in control of how much liquid actually touches the surface. Wipe along the grain of the wood, not against it. Going against the grain can push grime into the texture of the wood instead of lifting it out. Focus on the areas with the heaviest buildup first, which is almost always the bottom edge of upper cabinets and the area right around the handles, since that's where hands touch most often. Here's what you'll notice. The grease doesn't fight you. It comes up almost immediately because the vinegar already broke the bond before you even started wiping. You're not scrubbing the grime off, you're just collecting it with the cloth after the vinegar did the actual work. If you hit a particularly thick spot, let the cloth sit on that spot for about 10 seconds before wiping. Don't spray more vinegar directly on the cabinet. Let the dampness from the cloth do the soaking. After you've wiped down a section, go back over it with your second cloth, this one dry, to remove any leftover moisture. This step matters because leaving moisture sitting on wood, even briefly, isn't good for the finish long term. Dry it, move to the next section. Once the grease is gone, if your cabinets look clean but a little flat or dull, this is where the optional oil step comes in. A few drops of olive oil rubbed into a clean, dry cloth, worked into the wood with the grain, brings back some shine and gives the surface a slight protective layer. You don't need much. A little goes a long way, and too much will leave the surface feeling sticky again, which defeats the whole point. Cleaning the floors. For wood floors, the method shifts slightly because you're covering more square footage and you can't spray directly onto a cloth for every step. Mix a slightly larger batch, 1 cup of vinegar to 2 cups of warm water in a bucket. Use a microfiber mop, not a string mop. A string mop holds too much water and tends to leave puddles, and standing water is one of the fastest ways to damage a wood floor. Dip your mop, then wring it out until it's just barely damp, not wet. You should not see puddles forming behind you as you mop. If you do, you're using too much liquid. The goal is a thin, even pass across the floor that lifts dirt without soaking the wood. Work in small sections, mopping with the grain of the floorboards where possible. Just like the cabinets, the vinegar solution breaks down the grime on contact, so you're not pressing hard or going back and forth repeatedly. One smooth pass is usually enough. If a section has heavier buildup, you can go over it a second time, but avoid letting the solution sit on the floor for an extended period. After you've wiped down a section, take a dry microfiber cloth or a dry mop head and go over it immediately to pick up any remaining moisture. This is the step people skip, and it's the one that protects your floor the most. Wood and standing liquid are not friends, even with a gentle solution like this one. Dry as you go. When you finish, walk across the floor in socks. You'll feel the difference immediately. Floors that had a slightly tacky feel from old cleaner residue will feel smooth and almost matte. That tackiness was buildup, now it's gone. A few things to avoid. Don't use this method on unsealed or unfinished wood, raw wood that hasn't been treated with any protective coating. Vinegar's acidity can be too aggressive for raw wood and may cause discoloration. This method is specifically for sealed, finished wood surfaces, which covers the vast majority of kitchen cabinets and wood flooring in homes. Don't use hot water in your mixture. Hot water can affect certain finishes and adhesives over repeated use. Warm water is enough to help the vinegar work effectively without adding that risk. Don't skip the drying step on cabinets or floors. The vinegar does the cleaning, but the dry cloth is what protects your investment afterward. And don't think more vinegar means more cleaning power. The dilution ratio I gave you is tested for regular maintenance cleaning. If you're dealing with an extremely heavy, years-old buildup, increase contact time, not concentration. Let the damp cloth rest on the area longer rather than using stronger vinegar straight from the bottle. Often to do this. For cabinets near cooking areas, once every 2 weeks keeps grease from ever building up to that thick, hardened stage again. Cabinets farther from the stove can go once a month. For floors, a vinegar mop every 1 to 2 weeks, depending on foot traffic, keeps that residue layer from ever forming in the first place. The beauty of staying ahead of it is that maintenance cleaning takes 5 minutes. Catching up after a year of buildup takes an afternoon. Stay ahead of it. I want to be straight with you. This isn't a secret formula. People have used vinegar to clean for generations because it actually works on a chemical level, not because of a trend. What changed is that cleaning companies started selling specialty products with marketing budgets bigger than their research budgets, and people forgot that something this simple could outperform something that costs 10 times more. I've tested both sides of this over years of doing this job, in homes and in commercial kitchens, and the basic method wins almost every time on wood. That's the method. Diluted vinegar, a microfiber cloth, patience instead of muscle, and your cabinets and floors come back looking like they did before years of buildup took over. If this helped you, hit subscribe. I post real cleaning methods every week, the kind that come from actually doing this job, not from a marketing team. Drop a comment and tell me your biggest cleaning problem right now. What's the one spot in your house that no product seems to fix? I read every comment, and a lot of my future videos come directly from what you tell me down there. If you want to tackle another tough spot next, go watch my video on getting hard water stains off glass shower doors without scratching the glass. Same idea, different problem, and it works just as well. Take care of your wood. It lasts a lot longer than you think if you clean it the right way, instead of the hard way.